Peace, love, and wellness, guys. Hi, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about my why yoga story. What made me get into yoga and what motivates me each day to show up on the mat. Well, for me, growing up, I was always clumsy. I was always knocking over things, dropping things, and tripping over things. And so I was just deemed as clumsy. I would get ridiculed by my siblings, my cousins, my friends, and I was always disciplined, for being clumsy. Not for being bad, but for being clumsy. So after a while, that became my story. That became my truth. And so going forward in my life, I would just always tell people like, "Oh, I'm clumsy," or I would let people know in the door that it's a possible chance that um, I might do something that's clumsy, break something, drop something. So some things I was like, "Don't trust me with if it's sensitive, fragile, and stuff like that." I would tell people that. So fast forward, I had ended up going to a spiritual retreat in Sedona, Arizona, going to the vortexes on the various mountaintops. So one of the vortexes we went to was on the kind of edge, I would say about 2 feet from the edge of the mountain. So me knowing how clumsy I am, I told the guy like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do that one because I know myself I would be then tripped over nothing and fell over." And so she told me, she was like, "Oh no, the surface is completely flat and there's no gravel or anything like that, so you're 100% safe. Don't worry about it." Then I told her, I was like, "Oh, you don't know my story. I've been clumsy since I was a kid. My family know because at this time I was with my sister. And I was like, "Oh, sister, you tell her about it." And my sister just laughed. But so the lady told me, she was like, "Well, the truth is, you actually don't trust your body, and you actually let other people dictate the capabilities of your own body. And I don't have a relationship with my body." And so that took me aback. I was like, "Whoa, really? Is that what it is?" And in a sense, I kind of felt some type of way because it ended up triggering inner child wounds that I didn't even know exist about my body, right? So after that retreat, I deeply set the intentions of healing the relationship I had with my body and how did I feel about my body, because that means I didn't know that I never trusted my body out of all those 30 years, right? I had 30 years of programming of I didn't trust my body. So what I did was I started doing yoga. I started practicing yoga. I started showing up on the mat daily. And lo and behold, I healed my relationship with my body. I am no longer clumsy. I am in tune with my body. I know how to listen to my body now. And that's why if you look at my Instagram page, Facebook page, I'm always attempting to do balance and pose because it was like I proved it to myself because I had 30 years of programming thinking that I was clumsy, thinking that I had two left feet, thinking that I couldn't do these things. And now I have so much balance in my life. I have so much structure in my life now just by healing the relationship I have with my body, learning how to tune in and listen to what your body needs, what your body wants, how your body is feeling, you know. So, there are so many people who unconsciously is disconnected from their body, where they feel like there's things they need to change, how their body's not good enough, how their body's not the perfect shape. But once we learn to heal the relationship with our body, we can actually change those stories, reprogram our mind to be able to heal that relationship that we have with ourselves. If we listen and tune into our body, we would know the type of foods that we don't need to eat, what type of food causes us digestive issues, what type of food causes us headache, what type of food causes us anxiety, what type of people do. Like what type of people we be around that causes anxiety, stress, what type of environments cause us anxiety and stress just by tuning in and listening to our body. So this is something that has changed and made miracles in my life because if people understand, we our physical body is the only thing that we possess. All these material things can be destroyed, can be repossessed. Our body is the only thing that cannot be repossessed, and when it's repossessed, that's when we in spirit. We're not in our physical bodies anymore. But all these other things, physical elements that's around us, can be taken away at any time except our body. So it's important that we be one with our body and be connected with our body because this is our temple. So, again, if you are interested in working with me to help change your story and how you feel in your relationship with your body, inbox me, click the links in my bio, and we can go from there. Peace, love, and wellness.